Hello, Sara Peachy here. Haven't posted to the second channel in a very long time. And it's so funny. I started a second channel because of the pressure I felt with the first channel. And then I ironically felt pressure from the second channel. And then I just was like, screw it. I'll just post everything on the main channel. That didn't really work out well because the reality is the main channel is the main channel. And more thought just has to go behind it. And with everything that has happened in my life, even pre-pregnancy, so that was like 2023, I was so in my head about stuff and I was just having a hard time posting. I used to post several times a week and I kind of just psyched myself out. I posted some videos that I was really proud of and excited about. So it's not that I couldn't eventually find videos that I got excited about. I just couldn't do them at the frequency that I used to, just because the more you do this, the more you psych yourself out for some reason. All of that to say, I'm posting this to my second channel not because honestly I want to, but because I need to. I need to flex the muscle of posting YouTube videos. When I started the second channel, it was because, maybe it can be like a no pressure way of doing YouTube videos and I can like monetize it in this way or that way. No, I do not care if this video gets 10 views or 100,000 views. It won't, but it'll probably get like 500 views. That doesn't matter because I just need to flex the muscle. I do not know how to post YouTube videos anymore. Granted, a lot of it has because I've been so busy with life. Again, you're probably coming from the main channel. My mom passed away a couple months ago. And that just like wrecked our entire world. I'm not gonna cry. And, so the past year, we've obviously been helping her. I had a baby, so I have a 17-month-old right now, so obviously that takes time too. Luckily, I have a very supportive husband that is very involved, right, with baby Peach, so that makes it possible for me to also work. But the work that I found myself doing during this time was purely like, half of it was the stuff that I had to do because I still had like sponsorship things that I said yes to before all of it happened. And then the other half was just what I wanted to do. So I've gotten so into do not cringe vibe coding. I have probably like 10 half-baked projects on V0 that have honestly just been like a lot of fun to play around with that stuff. And I think that's honestly, selfishly, because I want to actually see those through. I think I'm going to do a lot of main channel videos about that. Just because it's so much fun for me, and I kind of have to return to that. I need a sense of having fun again, making videos. And luckily AI is very tech centric, so I don't think it'll be too off for people who are used to my channel. But I know some people like hate AI, which understandably there's a lot of dumb crap out there, like AI stuff. But it's like actually building things. It's not just talking about it. It's not just reading off pointers of a dumb AI startup that's pointless. It's like really getting in the weeds of that stuff. And I'm very excited for that. So I'm going to force myself to post on this second channel every single Sunday. Is that crazy? Every single Sunday. Just because I need to flex the muscle. And honestly, it serves the other purpose of just kind of going down the list of, I never run out of video ideas. I probably have like 100 video ideas that I could just make that are relevant to right now. And I'm never going to be able to do that, make a ton of main channel videos. I want to get back to minimum 2 a month. But maybe this, the second channel will help me kind of just word vomit all of the ideas that I have in my notes that ideally would be great if they're main channel videos. But they could also be done by just me sitting here and talking. So I guess, yeah, like what now? I just released something that I'm actually very proud of. Yes, it is a, ooh, say it with me, course. That's kind of like a dirty word sometimes because, I don't know, I grew up with, you know, the Ty Lopez's and whatever, and so I get it. I'm in the same camp. For so long I didn't do courses because I'm like, oh, that's scammy, right? But after, you know, partnering with people to do, you know, trying a software project or a physical goods project, when you have to put so much trust and power into other people's hands, to do like real businesses, right? I just got very burnt on that and like somewhat screwed over, and I can only now do things that I can fully operate and control. And what am I good at? Content. And so this course studio setup is kind of like the first step with that, and I made something I'm actually proud of, and it sells an outcome, right? You can go through this course. The Zoom ready setup has 3.5 hours of content, and then the Overkill setup has like 8 hours of content, which is crazy. So it took me over a year to make this. But yeah, if you're curious how to achieve a beautiful video conferencing Zoom setup with a real camera, anywhere from that to an Overkill setup, which is what I've been using for the past few years, like the best of the best when it comes to content creation for YouTube. I teach that in a very straightforward, fun way in studio setup. And so if you want that outcome, that will get you that outcome. And so I did it in a way where I feel good about it. I think a more successful product would be like how to make money on YouTube, but I can't, stuff like that is so, it's so, like, you can't guarantee a result, right? Of course, people buy courses for just like the feeling that they are doing something and maybe they never follow through on it. But for the people who do want to follow through, I'm very confident that, you know, a course like studio setup is actually going to deliver. Teaching monetization or like how to get rich on YouTube, there's so many other factors that, yeah, that stuff I just don't feel good about. But of course, I'm sure I have some like good insights in that realm. So maybe I'll do some like free videos about that here. I don't know. But yeah, so I did that. That in terms of like work, I've been like working on that pretty aggressively again for on and off for the past year, over a year. So it's like so good to see that come to life because again, my ADHD brain, that is like, that's a deadline and something that I set for myself. It wasn't a brand deal client that was making me do it. And so that's actually a very, very big deal for me to actually complete a personal project. I haven't done that in so long. And again, it's just me. So if it sucks, it's on me. If it's good, it's on me. The customer support emails, on me. I am excited to have ownership because I haven't in the past over projects like this. And that's the only way that I'm going to do things moving forward. And I think that's honestly why something like vibe coding has, God, I hate that saying, but I think that's why it's been so exciting for me is like, I can take these ideas in my head. I have unlimited ideas and all of a sudden I can just do them like I can. And of course, if they actually become legitimate, I can always hire a developer to like maintain and do other stuff. But you know, I'm like a computer science college dropout. So there's always been a part of me that's like, oh, knowing how to code and program and understand how these things work under the hood is a very important piece to what I want to do in life. But ultimately, video kind of took over my life in a good way, obviously. I have you guys. But I've always had this dream of just like building stuff. And whether it's dumb or it's like useful, I don't know. That's what I'm most excited about right now. And so, yeah, to answer the question, like what now? I think that's it for now. I'll see you next Sunday. Let's do this.